Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Poison and Kami here, just me, myself and I, back at it again with another video. And today is actually going to be quite probably a quick and informational video on a couple of jutsus that I see a lot of people use, and I just want people to know everything about them. So in general, people like to use Hashirama's Shadow Clone Jutsu here, and also in the competitive setting, people like to use Madara's Flame Loud Singing Jutsu. Now these are both good jutsus, you know. People would consider them some of the best, you know, some of the top tier jutsus. I, on the other hand, I do have mixed feelings about them, and I will go into the weaknesses of these jutsus now. Now this is the interesting part about these jutsus, because not a lot of people know this. Like, I've actually had to tell some top players, by the way, this jutsu does this, it's not so good in that regard, and they're like, oh, didn't know that. That explains sometimes like why I mess up. So with Madara, Hashirama, and well, yeah, Shisui's just there for an example. He isn't there. He hasn't got anything wrong with him for this video. So with these two jutsus have one thing in common, and the thing in common that they have is that when they hit the opponent's block, they actually grant the opponent invincibility frames. So I'm gonna demonstrate. So it mainly happens like when you do a switch tech. So you basically follow up with the jutsu, like you layer a chakra dash or an attack with the jutsu. So I'll show you now. That was a bad example. I'll do that again. You see how the first 3 hits, she blocked it? I mean, no, sorry, the first 3 hits, she wasn't like, I wasn't able to hit her. Like, she was stood there, she was unfazed, and then it was like the you know, the 4th animation hit, but it was like the 3rd input hit. It was when Shisui did the flame, that's when it actually hit. Here is actually like a replay of that, and you can see exactly here how Shisui is not actually hitting her block, and then he hits her block after. Okay, and then yep, same issue with Hashirama as well. So yeah, as you can see, the first couple of hits with that just doesn't hit. So this is the problem. So a lot of people, and I'm sure a lot of you who are watching this, you try to do this. You try to just gonna reset Hinata's guard real quick. What you try to do is that you try to do this, you follow it up, and you're like, yeah, and then you're thinking, oh crap, why am I not hitting them? Well, that's why. All those hits are being missed because of that jutsu. So these jutsu can kind of be used for pressure, kind of. What I would do in this sense is do this. You know, just mix it up into other things. You know, so people who are aware of this invincibility frames, if you have the timing sound in your head, they'll stand there and block and think, okay, I'm safe and whatever, just grab them. Because if you think about the amount of time it takes for Shisui to do his grab, or like the character you want to do their grab, that's when the invincibility frames just knock off, and then you can do the grab. I want to show you though, the grab doesn't always work like during invincibility frames. Like, the only reason that grab hit is because the invincibility frames are gone. Oops, that was a bad example. Hold on. Yeah, see, right on her, couldn't grab her or anything. So yeah, guys, this is literally it. So what does this mean for the opponent? So for the opponent, this means that they can actually hit you whilst they are, you know, invulnerable. Like, because... What's that? I'll demonstrate Madara. She can actually interrupt me and hit circle and actually punish me. And this is what I do. I don't actually have any footage or evidence to prove this, but guys, like, if you ever like face off against like the last you know, the Shuriken Jutsu or this Flame Madara Jutsu, and you just purposely block it, and if they follow up with a chakra dash, you know, they switch check chakra dash it, or like they just use it as support and they try to follow up with combos, you can literally just interrupt it. You can literally just do that. So yeah, best way to get around it is just mash, you know, just get the combo off, because then you're making them waste a sub. Or, you know, do whatever. If you have an invincibility frame ultimate jutsu, use an ultimate jutsu. Like, if you have, I don't have any invincibility frame ultimate jutsus here. So you've got PTS Sakura, or you got Zabuza, or who else has got invincibility frames? Revolution Sasuke. Yeah, Rev Sasuke, EMS, you know, his ultimate from Revolution. Use that, and you'll get a free ultimate. easily. That's if they have no subs. But yeah, so yeah, this is just something. Also, another quick thing about these jutsus as well is that the invincibility frames on Hashirama's stun is a lot shorter than the Madara's. So it only misses one hit. Like, I'll demonstrate again. So only one hit's worth, but Madara, for example, a good few hits for animations. So one good thing though is you can still pressure both with the first shuriken of this, as you can see. But however, the problem is with that is that that was a bad example. I was trying to show why it's not good, and then it gets a guard break. So the reason why it's not good is this: the shuriken just goes away. Like, that's not good. It just pings off, which doesn't really create for much good guard pressure. You know, most people, they do this, they dash up and they're like, yeah, the first hit misses, and then the person can backdash, you know? So be aware of this. Same with this one. Like, obviously the invincibility frames last longer, but you gotta be careful on how you decide to use it. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much that, guys. That's pretty much those bits there for the invincibility frames on those jutsus. Okay, so another thing I actually wanted to share with the first Hokage in particular, so a lot of people forget this, is that his shurikens, like his Shadow Clone shurikens, for jutsu, their priority isn't very good. So all of that can be interrupted by a lot of jutsu. And then what I mean is, those shurikens, they have the same priority as Hinata, the last air pumps jutsu, which also hasn't got very good priority. That loses to fireballs. I'm going to demonstrate it now. I'm going to try to demonstrate it now, so bear with me. Yeah. So right there, I'm just gonna take him off there. Basically what happened was Fireball actually ignored all of the shurikens and went through. However, it went through one of them. The others, they went around the side, so it still hit Itachi. So if you think in a regular fight, what a person could do is that they would have switched away from Itachi to Sasuke, and he would have sidestepped to dodge the rest of the shurikens. Therefore, leaving me hit. Obviously, that means I'd have to switch and dodge as well as Hashirama. But basically, a lot of other jutsus beat my jutsu, is the problem. Okay, so there's an example right there. So, right there, as you can see, I tried doing a shuriken to try and cancel out the fireball. Was having none of it. It got rid of my shuriken, burned it away, and completely destroyed it. So, yeah, just be aware of that, guys. Like, when you're going up against someone who spams, using these is not a good idea, because all the jutsu is literally just going to burn through it. Like, the amount of times I've gone against this, like, Shadow Clone jutsu, and I've had people just constantly just doing this, and back to this again, and then I can just play as, like, Madara, Shino, Itachi. I can play Shino, hide behind the insects the whole time. I can literally just use insects and hide behind it, because all the shurikens just ping off the insects. They have, and I mean Shino's insect jutsu, by the way. Like, I can do the insect jutsu, and the shurikens just fly off it. Like, it's just not ideal for Hashirama. So when you're using this jutsu, be aware of its flaws. Like, I would recommend using this jutsu against someone who is constantly dashing you like this. Like, someone who's just trying to be up in your face, you know, just like, get distance, switch check it, you know, surround yourself with it. Like, there are good ways to use this. But again, guys, just remember about the invincibility frames on the hits. Alright, anyways, I hope this video helped some of you who didn't know that, and a lot of you who do use this, it reminds you that there are its flaws, and it's the reason why you lose in some cases. Alrighty, guys, it's been your boy Poison Akami. As always, Jeanette.